Hey everybody, I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com, and this is my detailed review and install of the Zone Offroad 2-inch suspension lift kit, available either with or without shocks, fitting your 2009 to present 4-wheel drive F-150. You should be checking out the Zone Offroad 2-inch suspension lift kit here if you're after a relatively small of, again, 2 inches over your factory ride height for both the front and rear of the truck, but a lift that's going to allow you to easily accommodate 33-inch tires, even 35s depending on your setup, and best of all, without affecting your ride quality. Now this kit is going to give you some options here. For instance, you can buy them with either the hydro or nitro shocks from Zone, make this a complete package right out of the box, or you can forego the shocks from Zone, add your own down the road to save yourself some money initially. Now, lifting your truck is something a lot of F-150 owners consider at one time or another for a few different reasons. First and foremost, it's going to allow the use for those bigger wheels and tires that I mentioned a little bit earlier, 33s or even 35s. I feel a lot of people would probably argue that the factory ride height on these particular F-150s are a little low to begin with, so a 2-inch lift in a lot of people's eyes might be the perfect size. The lifted ride height not only makes for a tougher looking rig overall, but it's also going to allow you to be a little bit more capable off-road on the job site or wherever. And by keeping the lift relatively mild like we're doing here with the Zone 2-inch suspension lift kit, your CV angle should not be terrible, and the best part is you're going to maintain a ride quality similar to stock. Alright guys, first things first here, this is not a leveling kit. A leveling kit is designed to simply raise the front of the truck and leave the rear untouched for the most part, giving the truck a more leveled appearance. This is the full deal. You're getting 2 inches of lift for the front using the included strut spacer, and you're getting 2 inches of lift for the rear using the included blocks. As these trucks sit from the factory, they have a little bit of rake. The front is going to be a little lower than the rear. This kit is going to maintain that slightest bit of rake because obviously you're lifting the truck equal parts on all 4 corners. All right guys, let's break down some of the individual components of the Zone kit. We're going to start up front here where things are a little different. Now the Zone kit does utilize a strut spacer, which is really nothing new in the land of lifts, but they use a synthetic polymer or synthetic resin known as polyphthalate. They're going to use this in place of a billet aluminum or a steel spacer. I like this for a couple of reasons. First up, there's really nothing to corrode here because it's not metal. In addition to that, it's going to act as a dampener for any extra noise, vibration, or harshness, otherwise known as NVH. As for your rear setup, well again guys, you do have a couple of options here. Now the standard or the constant with the Zone kit are going to be these 2 billet aluminum rear blocks that you will use in conjunction with your factory blocks. Now these things are going to be a little too much for your factory U-bolts to handle, so Zone has thrown in brand new longer U-bolts along with brand new hardware. As for the optional part guys, well you do have the option of grabbing one of 2 different shock options from Zone depending on what you're after. First up, their hydro shock, otherwise known as their hydraulic shock. It's going to ride a little bit better. Definitely better suited for guys that are going to spend most of their time on the road. On the other hand, you can pick up their nitro or nitrogen filled shock. This thing is going to ride a little firm. It's going to be a little bit more stiff compared to the hydraulic option. Definitely better suited for those of you guys doing some more serious off-roading or wheeling, but it will be a harsher ride. So just a heads up there guys. Now, no matter what you end up going with, it's going to increase the price roughly 70 to 80 bucks on top of the base option of the Zone kit, bringing the total cost up to $200 to $300 range. Still a far cry from those bigger, more involved lift kits that can range anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000, if not more. On the topic of price, the Zone kit will be far easier and less expensive to have installed compared to those bigger lift kits if you didn't feel like doing this one yourself. However, if you do want to tackle this one, just keep in mind there is a fair amount of work here, but overall pretty straightforward stuff. So for that reason, I'll call it 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. First-time wrenchers might be a little challenged by this one. However, if you do know your way around the garage or the shop, it should be pretty straightforward. The front strut assembly has to come completely out here to fit those new strut spacers in from Zone, while the rear will definitely be the easier portion of the job with the rear blocks and the rear shocks. A great set of tools is really what you need here, guys, along with a lift and air tools. They'll make life a whole lot easier, trust me when I tell you, but overall figure about a half a day in the garage or shop to get this one knocked out. The Zone Offroad 2-inch suspension lift kit may be a great choice for many truck owners out there who might not feel the need to be the biggest truck on the road, and here's why. First up, for the price. For just over 200 bucks, you're getting a great system that will allow for 33, 34, or even 35-inch tires. The amount of customization is nice also with the different shock options, and overall expect a ride quality very similar to stock. So that's my review of the Zone Offroad 2-inch suspension lift kit, which you can find right here at AmericanMuscle.com.